if you just introduce yourself, what your title is here at RMU, how long have you been teaching?
Okay, I'm Hyla Willis. I'm Associate Professor of Media Arts at Robert Morris University, and I've been at RMU, I think, about 10 years.
Okay, and did you go to school for any arts, any graphic design, and
Yes, my degrees are in the fine arts, but before I completed those degrees, I started school actually very young. I dropped out of college when I dropped out of high school in the 10th grade, and I did a program. It was a federal program called CETA that offered training to youth, and there I started to learn computers for the first time and equipment for the first time. Then I went to a junior college when I was 15. I was working the whole time. Then I had to pick a major when I was very young. When I was 17, I had to decide my major, and I was already halfway through college. And I chose this journalism track because I noticed that it had a couple interesting sounding art classes in it. And that ended up being my very first exposure to design. And I love those classes, but I didn't really know that it existed as a profession yet. And through that program, I came to work on my student newspaper. It was right before Max came out. A journalism professor came in. He just got back from a conference, and he was super excited. And he said, "I have to show you guys something." And he brought out this list of these terrible-looking fonts, and they all were named after the major cities of the U.S., and they were the very first bitmapped Mac fonts. It was like Mac was really brand new for desktop publishing, and he said, "This is going to change everything," and we didn't believe him, but a couple years later he was right. But that's where I really first got my hands on graphic design, was through a journalism program. Then for various reasons, I dropped out of college, and I started working first as a typesetter and then as a designer. So I actually had a lot of on-the-job training. And I worked as a designer I paid my way through fine art school.